The 1969 Gothic novel, The House on the Strand, penned by English author and playwright Daphne du Maurier, shares thematic similarities with her other works. Like her other narratives, the characters in this novel employ unconventional storytelling methods, utilizing their ability to perceive history directly without direct interaction. Infused with influences from contemporary psychoanalysis trends and classic works like Dante's Divine Comedy, the story unfolds through the perspective of Dick Young. He embarks on a journey, facilitated by a drug that transports him back to 1300s Cornwall, creating a blurred distinction between past and present. Commencing in Kilmarth during the late 1960s, near the town of Tywardreath, which translates to the titular house on the Strand, the narrative follows Young's decision to leave his job and live on an ancient estate owned by Magnus Lane. Magnus, a former university friend now working as a physicist and biologist in London, urges Young to participate in a clandestine drug trial. Young suspects Magnus' secretive drug development, leading to the consumption of the drug that enables him to perceive and enter a phantom-like landscape from the early 1300s. Captivated by the stark contrast between the historical past and his contemporary world, Young becomes entangled in the lives of Roger, Sir Henry Champernoun's steward, and Isolde, married to Sir Oliver Carmeneau. Isolde engages in an affair with Sir Otto Bodregan, Sir Henry Champernoun's brother-in-law, leading to a series of dramatic events. Young's visits to the past universe intensify, and with each return to the present, reintegration becomes increasingly challenging. Frustrated by his inability to intervene in Roger and Isolde's lives, he contemplates how he might guide them towards a better fate. He attempts intervention multiple times, only to be met with bouts of nausea that forcefully thrust him back to the present. Moreover, he discovers that his physical engagement in the past world does not shield him from the physical impediments of the present. Concerned by her husband's erratic behavior, Young's American wife, Vida, brings their children to Cornwall. However, Young rejects Vida and dismisses the job she secured for him in America, becoming increasingly fixated on returning to the past. Despite Magnus' decision to accompany him, Magnus meets a tragic end in a peculiar train accident, the details of which only Young knows. Magnus inadvertently walked into the train's path while under the drug's influence. In another journey to the 14th century, Young attempts to shield Isolde from an attack by Joanna, Sir Henry's widow, inadvertently causing harm to Vida in the present reality. Vida flees with their children, prompting Young to seek help from a doctor to alleviate his addictive symptoms. Despite the doctor's warning about the extreme danger of the drug, Young, undeterred, decides to consume the last remaining dose. During his final sojourn into the past, he lands in the year 1349 amidst the Black Death's devastation in Europe. On his deathbed from the plague, Roger confesses his love for Isolde, revealing that Isolde chose to die from a lethal drug given by Roger rather than succumb to the Black Death. Unwilling to return to reality, Young, as the drug wears off, finds himself unable to fully re-enter either world. The narrative concludes with him attempting to use a telephone, yet his hand seemingly refuses to grasp it. The House on the Strand envelopes the protagonist in an existential paralysis, depicting the emotional toll of an irresistible compulsion to escape reality. Du Maurier takes this a step further by extending Young's learned inability to grasp reality literally into the physical realm. The ambiguous ending suggests that whether Young's consequences are fantastical or biological, he has, in either case, abandoned reality by seeking refuge in a pharmacological escape. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.